almost all business is negotiation at some level. And certainly as a startup, when you're limited on resources and you need a lot of things, whether it's customers, employees, money, negotiation for a CEO is kind of a 24-hour job. One of the biggest challenges that everybody faces is negotiation typically involves some sort of a central line with parties on either side trying to get what each wants. And the first thing to understand is everyone comes to that line with their own motivations and a sense of needs. Because you have your own needs and you have your list of what's important, you tend to infer that the opposite team either has the same list or a list that's in conflict, but it is not typically on your mind that they could have a different list altogether. What that sets the table for is this clouded perspective, as I call it, where again, if your ego gets in the way, the process of managing the negotiation becomes essentially a pick list where you're going down and battling deal by deal or point by point. So an ego-driven negotiation is, this is what we have to have, we assume you don't want us to have it, and we're going to battle it out point by point. When you get in that mode, I've seen it many, many times, you can expect a deal that is either going to fall apart completely or at best going to have a closing but an acrimonious future following that closing, because you've essentially drawn the knives and shields and you've set it up that you're not to be messed with, and same for them, and in the end this thing is going to have a real hard time producing anything successful. The better way to do it is to throw out the scorecard and say, look, here are the things that really matter to us, and therefore we're open to what may matter to you. Now, if our issues are in conflict, we're going to have to work those through. But if you have desires and issues that are important to you, frankly, if they're not important to us, we're fine with them. If we take our ego out of it, having to beat you on something that you want becomes a non-event. It ultimately is off the table. So again, take your ego out, put away your scorecard, focus on what matters, and negotiate those points, and let the other side have what matters to them. You'll get through to a successful deal. More importantly is you'll end up with a successful implementation of that deal when you actually go try to do business.